Hi everyone, it's Teresa from Dodge Nature Center. And this week, we're talking turkey on Nature to Go. Yeah, it's Thanksgiving, and you might have heard some things about turkeys. We're going to set you straight with 5 fascinating facts about turkeys this week. All right, first off, you might not think turkeys have that great of senses, but actually, they have phenomenal abilities to see and hear. I mean, think about it. These are animals that are hunted all the time. So they have the ability to see and hear much better than we can as humans. They don't see in color very much. So they're seeing shades of gray, black and white. They're able to distinguish movement really, really easily. They also are able to hear sounds that are from far away or are low frequency sounds. So these give them an advantage when predators are trying to sneak up on them. They can tell that they're there. All right, a second fascinating fact is the fact that people tend to think turkeys can't fly. Now, domesticated turkeys, the kind that we're going to be eating on Thursday, they can't fly. They've been bred in order to have that lots of breast meat, but wild turkeys, they're trying to survive out there. And they're actually quite good flyers. They could fly up to 55 miles an hour for a short amount of time. They can glide for long distances, up to a mile, alternating, flapping their wings and gliding. But where they're using flying is what they do every night. Again, it's the predator thing. They don't want to be down on the ground where they might become easy prey for things like coyotes. So each night, the turkeys fly up into the trees. It's day at dawn when they come back down and then start looking for food. Okay, well, that brings us to number 3. What are the turkeys eating? A lot of times people think, well, they eat seeds. Maybe they eat acorns. In fact, they're omnivores. They eat just about everything. If they can find it and get it in their mouths, they're going to eat it. So they do go after plant things like seeds and acorns and ferns and grasses and buds and berries. But they're also hungry for insects and snakes. They'll go after frogs and lizards. They'll even go after fish. Our last 2 facts have to do with history, American history, and turkeys. Now, the one story is that Ben Franklin wanted the turkey to be our national bird. And that's not exactly true. It was more a case of that he did not want the bald eagle to be used as our national bird because he felt that it wasn't a very respectable bird. It stole from other birds, ospreys in particular. And the turkey was a much more noble bird, a, quote, much more respectable bird, unquote. Others must have thought like Ben Franklin, because the turkey only lost by 1 vote to the bald eagle at the election back in 1782. The other fact, our last fun fact for this particular Nature to Go episode, is all about turkeys were part of that first Thanksgiving meal. When you go back and look at what was written about that first meal, they talk about eating venison, they talk about eating ducks and geese, and nowhere do you see anything talking about eating turkeys. Now, at other times, they did go out turkey hunting. Governor Bradford talks about it in his diary. But there's no mention of turkeys at the first Thanksgiving meal. Well, okay, maybe they weren't at the first Thanksgiving, but they're certainly a big part of our Thanksgiving now. Enjoy your Thanksgiving meal this year, whatever you happen to be eating. And then make sure to get out and do a little bit exploring, do a little bit of walking, hiking, try to work off all of that delicious food that you're eating. And maybe while you're out walking around, you'll spot some wild turkeys. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Nature to Go, and we'll talk to you again next time.